A state-private university in a green and non-toxic campus with a global pedagogy backed by the Birla legacy and celebrating the varied cultural diversities to create ethical global leaders. Welcome to Birla Global University. A state-private university in a green and non-toxic campus with a global pedagogy backed by the Birla legacy and celebrating the varied cultural diversities to create ethical global leaders. Welcome to Birla Global University.
A very warm good evening to the galaxy of intellectuals, invited guests, professors, students, and ladies and gentlemen. I, Prerna of MBA second year, on behalf of Birla Global University, welcome you all to the valedictory session of the 2D International Conference on Global Trends in Business Practices and Management Education. It's a matter of immense pride to stand here before you all this evening. These 2 days, we have had deep insights into several issues on business practices and management education. We had scholars from regional, national, and international levels enlightening us both in theory and practical ways. Thank you very much to all of you. As we come to the valedictory ceremony, I now take this opportunity to invite and welcome the dignitaries to the dais. Esteemed guest of honor, Dr. Igor Luksic, Professor, Faculty of Social Sciences, University of Ljubljana, Slovenia, Europe. Esteemed Professor Sudhakar Panda, Vice Chancellor, Birla Global University. Respected Dr. Parmeshwar Naik, Conference Chair, Professor and Dean, Birla School of Management, Birla Global University. Dr. Anubha Rai, Conference Convener and HOD, Business Communication, Birla School of Management, Birla Global University. Dr. Archana Chaudhary, Conference Convener and HOD, HR, Birla School of Management, Birla Global University. May I now request our student volunteers to welcome our guests. We welcome you all. I would now like to invite Dr. Anubha Rai, Conference Convener, to give a... I would now like to request Dr. Parmeshwar Naik, Dean Sir, to please come up and give his welcome address. Sir, please.
Good evening. Oh, you all are tired. Good evening. Backside. Good evening. Yes, I can start. Esteemed Dr. Luksic Igor from Ljubljana University as guest of honor in the valedictory program. Our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Sudhakar Panda, my two faculty colleagues, Dr. Archana Chaudhary, Dr. Anubha Rai, Professor J.K. Mitra, Dr. Alexandra, Masa, Professor A.K. Dey, professors from other institutes like IP, Hyderabad, Tanzania, many faculty colleagues sitting off the dais, Mrs. Mitra, students, delegates from industry. Okay, when we begin something, we have to end. I had delivered welcome address in the inaugural sessions. So, what welcome address I should give? I can only welcome you to the valedictory program. Welcoming somebody to valedictory program to stay here for a long time is not good, liked by anybody. Everybody will say that finish quickly, we have to go home. So what I can say that I can thank you, Dil se. Those who do not understand, Dil se, you should take these two words, Hindi words, by heart. I thank you. It's a hearty welcome, come thanks. So please carry home all good memories. If you have bad memories, I am responsible. Excuse me. If anything has gone wrong in terms of food, in terms of hospitality, in terms of time management, in terms of academic deliveries, in terms of your conveyance, anything, if even little bit of inconvenience is caused to you, I am responsible. Please excuse me. If anything has been done well, you have appreciation. These appreciations should go to these two ladies sitting on the dais, Dr. Archana, Dr. Anuva, and a number of faculty members who are sitting there. If I take name of few, I forget to take name of few, then it will be injustice. Therefore, I am not taking the name of everybody. And the student volunteers who are sitting perhaps outside this hall, and they have worked very hard, and some people are still working this side. They have got scolding from me also when they didn't do the job properly, but they did the hard job for which we are existing here. Clap for them. I have heard many good words from the guests about our students who were taking care of them as shadows, name called. They were really truly shadows. They were not living them. They were standing at the back of the guest who was sitting and disturbing sometimes. I said to go. And when they are taking food also, they are standing there. So I must tell you that fantastic, wonderful students, wonderful volunteering. I am proud of you. Keep doing this such good work. Many things have gone wrong. One was missing coordination. This is what, if you commit mistakes, then only you learn. And that is the reason students are volunteering here. You should commit mistakes here so that you learn here not to commit mistakes in the corporate. And you have been given this opportunity to learn this. And that's how you are here. Even if you have got scolding, don't mind. You remember those words told to you. If I have said idiot, remember it. Somebody told me idiot someday when I was a student. I still remember. In my life, never I committed that mistake. Because that was the word which was always remembering me, never commit such mistake. So that is the kind of thing you should carry home. Otherwise, sitting here, having good food, coming back, chit-chatting are not the business of this kind of conference. What else I will say? I must thank all the eminent speakers who are sitting here in this hall and those who have already left. I am immensely benefited by their deliberations. I am truly indebted to them. I am truly grateful to all of them that they came in good numbers. Usually when you invite people, I think Professor Banikant is there. Yeah, please come, Bani Bhai, please. Come here, please. You are one of the most distinguished speakers. Please clap for them. I think whole audience, students, corporate delegates, everybody will remember you. There is a speaker called Professor Banikanta Misra, and many people will invite you after this deliberation. And nobody will forget you after this, the deliberation that you had here. Many people have requested me to request you so that you can go there and deliver lectures. That's the impact of the conference. Another aspect I see, the first day, the head counts were 300. Usually in a conference on the second day, you hardly find anybody, and you only find those paper presenters who have to come and make presentation under compulsion. They sit there to listen to, and immediately after the presentation, they just vacate the hall and go out. I am seeing many people, and today's head count was 260. It's wonderful. I clap all of you for whether you are interested or not interested, doesn't matter, but your physical presence shows some amount of interest in this conference. So I am grateful to you. Special words for the delegates from Nepal and from Tanzania. Great. Great words for you. Go back home, carry good number of photographs, and never forget, Bhubaneswar is a beautiful place. You come again, visit Puri. Lord Jagannath has brought you here. Otherwise, you would have been stuck, after this landslides and all things. Without the grace of God, you could not have reached here. So it is not your power. So never forget Odisha. Never forget this conference. That you struggled to reach here. You are a success story. After so many hurdles, you could arrive here, means it's a success story. If you would have gone back from that border where you are stuck up, you would have been a failure story. So I must thank you. I thank all your leaders, your Professor Pradhan, Mr. Bista, and all of them who have been always supportive and always they have invited or sent people. It's good, great. I cannot end my speech without thanking Ljubljana University. Dr. Monica Golov, my co-chair, of course he couldn't come, but two leading academic, Professor Luxi Kiger, Professor Alexandra Kunjo Marcella, and great friend Masa, the head of the International Relations of Ljubljana University. All three people coming from Ljubljana University really create a lot of vibration. Dr. Role is also absent in this hall today, in this program. He has gone to Puri, I think as a keynote speaker coming from New York. Spending on her own, I tell you, these people have come on their own. Who will spend that much of amount of money, to come to speak for 10 minutes? Big clap for them. This is what conference means. That means the academics, they are interested to even come and exchange their views, ideas, thoughts, even for 10 minutes. This is what is the spirit. I don't know, if I would have been invited, I have to speak for 10 minutes, I would have thought, spending 6 days, 7 days, and going to speak for 10 minutes. Think about it. Only great men can do this. I must tell this. Thank you very much. I take the name of everybody. Professor Mitra has been great support. Evaluating, I must disclose, I should not disclose. As a matter of principle, he has done most difficult job. One of the examiners, I can say, of the papers that we have received to give the award of identifying 3. Of course, there is a multiple assessment. He is one of the assessors. Doing that job is not easy. I must thank you. Again, Dil se. Okay? Thank you very much. Thank you, Professor Nivas. Thank you, Professor. I'm just forgetting your name. So all of you, Dr. R.K. Misra and all. R.K. Misra couldn't come because of his ill health. And all the speakers who spoke, 8 speakers spoke online who couldn't come. But I tell you, this is the technology, this is the digital era that has helped us, listening to so many people, those who are not here, sitting in New York, sitting in Bangkok, sitting in US, Connecticut University or some other places, or in Malaysia. This is what is the power of technology. We should not ignore that. I think I'm not summarizing. My convener, Dr. Anuva Ray, will give a brief of what happened during these 2 days deliberations. With this, I once again welcome all of you to this program and thank you very much, everybody, faculty, students, delegates, paper presenters, speakers, conference chairs, my conveners, hotel people who have been supporting, sitting this side, not visible, everybody. Drivers who have really struggled hard to bring people, sitting there up to 11 o'clock. Please clap for those people. We always ignore them, sitting outside, waiting for hours in the vehicle. When you will come, they do not know. Those people also, they are human beings. We must feel grateful to them when they do their job. Thank you very much. I am carrying a good memory of this conference. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I would now like to invite Dr. Anubha Rai, conference convener, to give a brief report on the conference proceedings. Ma'am, please.
A very good evening. It is with great delight and greater sense of satisfaction I would like to present a brief report of this two-day international conference on global trends in business practices and management education, jointly organized by the University of Ljubljana, Slovenia, Europe. Before I read the report, I would like to thank all the participants, the eminent speakers, the distinguished guests, paper presenters, and students to have made this conference such a success. My special thanks to the team of rapporteurs, the unsung heroes of this conference who have been silently taking notes of all the sessions in details, the result of which of this report. The session began with the lighting of the lamp. Dr. P. Naik, Parameshwar Naik, the conference chair, extending a warm welcome to all the guests and participants. The opening remarks of the conference theme was delivered by Dr. Alexandra Kanjo Marcela, Professor and Head Doctoral Program, Faculty of Social Sciences, University of Ljubljana, Dr. Monica Kalin Golub, Conference Co-Chair, Professor and Dean, Faculty of Social Sciences, University of Ljubljana, and Professor Shames Lodha, Professor of Marketing, Southern Connecticut State University, USA, who addressed the gathering online. Dr. Alexandra Kanjo Marcela encouraged the students to upgrade their skills for the future technology. Dr. Monica Kalin Golub insisted on the need for social scientists in creating future leaders. Professor Shames Lodha emphasized that business houses should have social concerns. Dr. Joanne Rowley, Dean, School of Business, Medgar Evers College, the City University of New York, and the keynote speaker of the inaugural session, spoke about the importance of learning how to learn. Dr. A. Chaturvedi, Director, BIMTech Greater Noida, and the guest of honor for the inaugural session discussed issues like disparity, global warming, and managing 7 billion people. Dr. Sarath Kumaracharya, former CMD, NLC India, emphasized on character building in education. Mr. Deepak Kumar Hota, Chairman and MD, BEML Limited India, and the chief guest of the inaugural session emphasized on innovative designing in India, how important, and recommended the youth to take up the challenges. Professor Sudhakar Panda, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Birla Global University, India, appreciated the speakers and motivated the students to think about the environment while excelling in their area of work. In the second session, there was a thematic presentation on the topic of global perspectives of business finance. The session was chaired by Professor R.D. Sharma, former Vice Chancellor, Jammu University, followed by two keynote speakers, Dr. Banikanta Mishra, Professor Xavier Institute of Management, Xavier University, Bhubaneswar, India, who discussed on business finance, corporate finance, the changing attitudes from saving to ROI, identification of good investment opportunities, and raising capital. Professor Radhesham Pradhan, Professor Central Department of Management, Tribhuvan University, Kathmandu, Nepal, who spoke online, energized the participants through his speech. The session was followed by 5 paper presentations, and the third session was again a thematic presentation on the topic Preparing Business Leaders for Tomorrow. It was chaired by Dr. S.K. Acharya, who said that empathy and co-creation is a positive mul mantra for the future leaders. The keynote addresses were given by Mr. Bijay Sahu, Group President, Strategic HR, Reliance Industries Limited, Mumbai, and Professor Dr. J.K. Mitra, former Professor and Dean, FMS University, Delhi. And Dr. Alexandra Kanjau delivered the keynote addresses along with Mr. Parthasarathi Mishra. The last session was the fourth session of the conference, which was a thematic presentation on management education. It was chaired by Dr. A. Chaturvedi, Director BIMTech, Greater Noida. There were 8 speakers in this conference. The keynote address was given by Dr. Igor Luksek on the education of managers for flexible identities and quick changes. Dr. A.K. Dev, Professor BIMTech, Greater Noida, addressed about the critical issues of existing curriculum along with the scope of bringing innovation in the existing system. Dr. Ilona Hunak, Professor Kuzminski, University Poland, spoke about the global trends in management education. Dr. Siti Zakia Milatu Samsi, MME University, Malaysia, enlightened on entrepreneurship education in Malaysia towards Industrial Revolution 4.0. Mr. Parthajit Das, Associate Director, Advisory Services, E&Y, spoke about management education, expectations from the stakeholders. Mr. Nishit Jain, Special Advisor, Asia EFMD, New Delhi, described EFMD and its function as an accreditation body. Finally, Ms. Amy Memon of AACST discussed the 3 pillars to standardize business curriculum. At the end of the first day, 23 eminent speakers addressed the gathering in different sessions. On the second day, we started with a thematic presentation on issues and challenges in emerging market scenario. It was chaired by Professor Amen Tripathi, Professor and Associate Dean, Xavier Institute of Management, Bhubaneswar. Professor Tripathi spoke on how the concept of sustainability and sustainable management has been relevant and have become part of the course curriculum. Professor Arvind Sahai, Professor of Marketing and International Business, Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad, discussed the 3 changes that are visible in management education. Technological changes in terms of AI and ML, fundamental shift, how students change, nowadays learn, and business operates. Larger business houses have already incorporated the technical and technological advancements. Dr. Sandeep Anand, Professor, Xavier Institute of Management and Founding Associate Dean, Bhubaneswar, presented on symptoms and implications of pyramid market and discussed on sustainable market orientation. Mr. Abhilash Mohanty, Sales Team Lead, Google New York, USA, through online talked about machine learning and the power of automation. The 6th session drew attention towards a sustainable innovation and entrepreneurship. Dr. P. Naik, Dean, Birla School of Management, Birla Global University, India, reminded entrepreneurs and innovators how to sustain the ecosystem for future generations. He emphasized on the importance of appreciating new ideas for innovation. Mr. Ashish Sinha, Senior Vice President and Head of Business Planning and Analytics, First Abu Dhabi Bank, UAE, spoke on the role of AI in helping human and how it can be challenging for people who have not updated themselves technologically. Dr. Ambika Prasad Nanda, Head Tata Steel Limited India, emphasized on how women are increasing their efficiency through technology. Dr. A. Sai, Dean Research, BIMTech, Greater Noida, India, spoke online and mentioned the process of innovation and how it has to be sustainable, and entrepreneurship is the root of that. Professor Go Guagan, Dean, Faculty of Business, Multimedia, University, Malaysia, spoke online and explained entrepreneurship and innovation, how they can come together with sustainability as primary goal. The 7th session illuminated the participants on the issues and challenges in HRM practices. Dr. Arun Kumar Rath, former Secretary to Government of India, Ministry of Human Resources and Development, and Adjunct Professor IIM Tirchi, It deliberated on the quantification of HR practices, aspects, and its effectiveness. Mr. P.K. Mohanty, Director, HR Odisha Hydropower Corporation Limited, India Limited, highlighted the needs of aligning HR goals with organizational goals. Dr. Hasmida Jamaluddin, HOD, KMEQA, Faculty of Business, Multimedia University, Malaysia, discussed both the positive and the negative consequences of cyber loafing of the company's employee and how to control this behavior. Dr. D.K. Bakshi, Chief Mentor and CEO, Global Talent Company Limited, Thailand, spoke online about people talent, competency, and a proper reward system, and ensures working under huge pressure to compete globally. In the post-lunch session, there were paper presentations, parallel paper presentations on human resource management and marketing management. The human resource management session was chaired by Dr. J.K. Mitra and co-chaired by Mr. D.P. Satpathy, General Manager, HR BEML Corporate of, and moderated by Dr. Pritish Sahu of Birla Global University. And the session on marketing management was chaired by Professor Anantaraj Khimire, Director, MBA Program, Uniglobe College, Nepal, co-chaired by Dr. V. Srikanth, Associate Professor, Marketing, IPE, Hyderabad. It was moderated by Dr. Ajitav Das of Birla Global University. In these two sessions, 14 papers were presented. And the next parallel sessions were on management education, which were chaired by Dr. A.K. De, and another session was on IT, innovation and entrepreneurship, which was chaired by Professor A. Srinivas Murthy, Dean and Chairman Placement, IPE, Hyderabad, and co-chaired by Dr. Ashok Panda, Chairman, ISTD, Bhubaneswar Chapter, moderated by Dr. Manidatta Rai. In these two sessions, 17 papers were presented. On the second day, again, 23 eminent speakers deliberated on the various aspects of the theme of the conference. Now, this is the end of the report, but I would again I'm happy to say that this conference could attract more than 300 participants and 45 eminent speakers from India and abroad, and 65 paper presentations. It also witnessed the representation from 13 countries. I once again thank all the participants, the delegates, and especially the student volunteers who have been working very hard, and I wish all of you good luck. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. May I now request our esteemed guest of honor, Dr. Igor Liksik, Professor, Faculty of Social Sciences, University of Ljubljana, Slovenia, Europe, to kindly guide his deliberation. Sir, please.
Dear colleagues, speakers, participants of this conference, it's really a great honor to be a speaker on this conference. I would like first of all congratulate Professor Nayak for organizing this conference, bringing us all together to this event, to exchange our thoughts and minds, and to enjoy also in all event. General Assembly of United Nations 3 years ago declared January the 24th for International Day of Education. Yesterday was the second year that we internationally celebrate this day of the International Day of Education. So how can we better organize this conference then and celebrate this day than with organizing a conference? So Professor Nayak also in this respect, it was to the point and very focused organization. We discuss here not only management, we discuss here the perspectives of human being. We discuss here a perspective and future of in which direction our society is going and should go. This is and should be the part of the curriculum of all management schools. We discussed this a lot and underlined particularly values and ethics. In nowadays world, the people, the human being, as we discussed also in the question of robots and artificial intelligence, we are now a little bit challenged as the whole human society in which direction we should go to follow the emancipation, liberation, and more equity. We see here good practices with the best managers from India. We saw and hear student performance from all parts of the world. We change experiences of different educational practices to have wider perspective of what we are doing and what should we do. I believe that manager should lead its own life firstly. Family, group, to be able to manage his own business, enterprise, for the best of society as a whole, globally, not only for the best of owners. On this point, I would like to conclude, because we are here in India with the great experience of national liberation also. Be the change you want to see in the world. Mahatma Gandhi. So, namaste. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now we have come to the most interesting and exciting part of the conference, that's the Best Paper Award. And I would request Dr. Archana Chaudhary, conference convener, to kindly do the needful. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, Prerna. Esteemed members on the dais, off the dais, and paper presenters, delegates. This was really a tough job, but I was just coordinating. So we will disclose you the criteria for deciding the full papers. So as a policy, it was decided that we will consider the full papers which were submitted before the deadline. Second was no BGU papers will be evaluated for this. And of course, plagiarism check was done. The papers were sent to different experts outside, and we also had certain criteria for presentations. So to cut it short, I can understand, because the paper presenters will be looking for their the names being called. So let me start announcing the names of the paper presenters. So we have 3 best papers. So I start with the 3rd best paper, and the 3rd best paper is by Dr. Shubhra Patnaik and Dr. Mausami Pari, and the title of the paper is Multi-Level Issues in Assessment Centers in Indian Context. Can we have Dr. Shubhra Patnaik? Okay, she's not here. The 2nd best paper is by Dr. Chandrabhanu Das, Kids School of Management, and Dr. Pradyum Kumar Mohanty, XIMB. And the topic for the paper was International Portfolio and Stock Volatility in India. And the first paper award goes to Dr. Shikha Gera, The paper titled Relationship Between Psychological Capital, Leaders' Outcomes in Virtual and Face-to-Face Context. May I request the student volunteers to please present a moment.
Thank you, ma'am, and a very congratulations to the winners. I would now request esteemed Professor Sudhakar Panda, Vice Chancellor, sir, to give his deliberations. Sir, please.
Professor Bhubaneswar Naik, Dean, Birla Global University and Conference Chair, Dr. Anuva Rai, the guest of honor, Dr. Igor Lukshik from the University of Ljubljana, Professor Mitra, Professor Alexandra, Professor Martha, Professor John Rowley from USA, Professor Sen from BIMTech, Professor Banikanta Mishra from Xavier, my colleagues, delegates from Nepal, delegates from the MM University, Malaysia, delegates from Nigeria, and delegates from other parts of the country. We have unbelievably come to an end. The 2 days international seminar has come to an end. We began our journey yesterday only. But the journey that we started yesterday, the academic journey, does not end here. This will continue, and we will meet here again next year, I hope. We had the advantage of delegates who came all the way in the spirit of scholars, in the spirit of academicians who have an endless quest for knowledge, who have an endless journey to know things and to unlearn things that they have learned. We had the advantage of sharing what we know. At the same time, we could be enlightened by the researchers who came here and presented their research findings. This will help us and the delegates in looking ahead what type of research, what type of ideas they can formulate for the future. In 2 days international seminar, we discussed finance, international finance, how over-enthusiasm in finance may leads to some type of a disaster. We discussed about artificial intelligence, how useful it is for the universe and for the scholars, for industry, for academic institutions. We discussed about machine learning, new area. It's all new areas. We discussed about blockchain. We discussed about the more of emerging areas of technology. We discussed about the ways how we can make education, learning more effective than ever. In fact, we have discussed a number of topics, and let me frankly admit, I was sitting all along here to learn from you and to unlearn the things that I had learned. For me, this has been more a process of unlearning, and equally it has been a process of learning. I hope most of these delegates who came here have learned something. You are taking back something with you. You are not returning empty-handed. Whatever you have learned from here, please share it with your university. We'll be very happy if you come back to us next year when this international seminar is organized. Dear delegates, BGU has again proved the fact, my university, that it is an important place of learning in Eastern India. I am proud to say that more learning, emphasis on forgetting what you have learned because you have to learn new things and you have to adjust to the academic surroundings, have always been a part of the BGU's academic exercise because of professors like Professor Naik and others. I admire the endless efforts of Professor Naik in making this possible. All of you that you find here, the scholars, the delegates, the professors, everybody who has come from abroad, from Indian universities, it's because of one person. Let me admit it. His mind dean and his Professor Naik. The university supports. The university always gives supports to any professor who comes forward with a proposal to organize a seminar. The university doesn't make any discrimination. All departments are given equal facilities. All the professors are given equal opportunities to go abroad, participate in national, international seminars. It all depends how they take the advantage of opportunities that my university offers. I'm happy that you have availed this opportunity. You make us feel proud that scholars from not only India, from abroad, came to the Birla Global University and become a part of us. So Birla, a part of the Birla University. Nothing more could be expected. Nothing less could have been expected. Thank you, my dear delegates. You came with facing all the difficulties, but you had the audacity, the courage, the spirit to face the difficulties as the delegates from Nepal faced in coming over to this place. That is exactly the spirit of a scholar. Just to learn, difficulties don't count, because the pleasure of learning, the pleasure of acquiring knowledge, that is much bigger than the difficulties, physical difficulties you face on the way. That should be the spirit. In fact, your difficult journey should be a source of inspiration for many of the scholars who are here. And similarly, my friends from the University of Ljubljana, who faced all the odds, including the mosquito bites. I'm sorry, you got the mosquito bite. Came and put up with whatever accommodation we can arrange for them. What for? They came for this one purpose, to share knowledge, to share what they know in the international conference with the delegates from abroad. We have been immensely benefited, Professor Alexandra, Martha, Professor Role came from America, the keynote speaker. What a beautiful way she expressed education, technology, this everything. I don't think my dean could have chosen a better person than you as the chief speaker for this international seminar. Thank you. Thank you, Professor Martha. You could come and be a part of it. I also thank you, Professor Alexandra, Martha, and Professor Lukshik for the kindness you came. And all the delegates, let me say, I am thankful to you. You came. And in fact, I don't know what we have given you, but definitely you have won our hearts. You have won our appreciation. You have won our love. You have won us over for all times to come. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for such beautiful words. Now we come to the felicitation. May I kindly request Revered Professor Sudhakar Panda sir to felicitate Dr. Igor Liksik as a token of appreciation and respect. Sir, please. Thank you, sir, for your kind acceptance. May I kindly request Dean Sir, Professor Parmeshwar Naik, to felicitate Dr. Sadanand Meher, Assistant Professor, Birla School of Management, Birla Global University, as a token of respect and appreciation. Sir, please. Thank you, sir, for your kind acceptance. May I request Dean Sir to felicitate Dr. Anuba Rai ma'am, as a token of respect and appreciation. So please. Thank you, ma'am, for your kind acceptance. May I kindly request Dean Sir to felicitate Dr. Archana Chaudhary, Conference Convener HOD HR, as a token of respect and appreciation. Thank you, ma'am, for your kind acceptance. May now kindly request Dr. Archana Chaudhary, Conference Convener and HOD HR, to propose the vote of thanks. I'm really sorry. I would really request Dean Sir to felicitate Professor Sudhakar Panda, VC, Birla School of Management, Birla Global University. Everyone please be seated. I would now request Dr. Archana Chaudhary, Conference Convener and HOD, HR, to propose the vote of thanks. Ma'am, please. Everybody please be seated.
Esteemed guest of honor, Dr. Igor Luksic, Professor, Faculty of Social Sciences, University of Ljubljana, Slovenia. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Sudhakar Panda. Respected Dean School of Management, Dr. Parmeshwar Naik. Co-convener of the conference, Dr. Anubha Rai. Faculty colleagues, dignitaries of the dais, paper presenters,